So there are multiple reasons for having a mentor, because usually mentors are also older, so they would have seen more water pass under the bridge. So perhaps they could give a perspective which these young startups may not have experienced. Second, mentors could just be a sounding board. In your mind, you're ultra clever about how the product should come out, what its features should be. But once the words start coming out, you realize that you're not so clear after all. So just by saying things to somebody who you know is not judging you also creates a possibility for you to see whether you are clear or not, right? So clarifying thoughts could be the other outcome of talking to mentors. Then there could be a completely counterpoint. Questions the assumptions on which you're building your venture. A lot of times, youngsters get so excited about solving a particular problem in a particular manner, they get blindsided by anything that is not in their path. And sometimes telling or at least provoking the startups to widen their vision could also come from mentors. So mentors can play a very important role in the startup journey, because it's also quite hard for entrepreneurs. Their levels of energy will be high, low, seriously low. And it is by talking to mentors that they may come out and reinvigorate themselves so that they could continue the journey. So one is on the venture part, the other is on the person part. So you could also have mentors who would motivate you, who would hold your hand, who would possibly connect you to others, right? So multiple ways in which mentoring can work. But here's what one of our doctoral students noticed: how startups take feedback from mentors differ in terms of what have they done in the past and their age. So there's certain entrepreneurs who take things at face value, who are only looking at what you have uttered as a mentor and may get very dejected by it. But there are some others who go to the underlying logic in terms of why am I saying this as a mentor. So they are not really listening to what I'm saying, but attempting to go beyond to see what are the underlying logic with which I am saying this. So they can agree or disagree with the logic. One thing that founders need to understand is that they don't have to listen to mentors. You just listen to them. While listening to them, you get some ideas, and that's good enough. So expecting a mentor to be a consultant who will show you the path is not right. It depends on what are we expecting from the mentors. So the seniors entrepreneurs who go talk to mentors look at it that way, that they look at the limited, um, I wouldn't say effectivity, but they're not consultants. They're not going to take your hand and say that, you know what, they're not a guide. Don't look here, don't look there. Just come on the path that I ask you to come. That's being a consultant. That's being a guide. A mentor is not a guide, right? So the quicker the startups realize what is it that they are seeking help from, the better it is. Not taking the negative things that the mentor says to your heart, just take that as one more angle of argument against or for what you are doing. And look at mentors as somebody who could provoke your thoughts. Um, so I enjoy talking to people who don't take me at my face value, because I also would like to get different perspectives, and my perspective will not change if I don't get pushed back by the entrepreneurs. Right? So to that extent, for mentors, I think they also need to think up of their role as, am I a guide? Am I just a soundboard? Am I motivating them? So what is it that I am planning to do? And so on both sides, there will have to be clarity for the relationship to be not only symbiotic, but kind of beneficial. In these interactions, you could then start to build your product and the features. Right? So a more deterministic perspective that a person goes with to mentoring or receive mentoring, less likely they're going to get the kind of inputs. And we found those who go with more nebulous thoughts actually do better. For me, somebody who challenges my assumptions is far better coach than whether I like that person or not. That at the end of the day, the journey is entrepreneurs. The life is entrepreneurs. The path that he wants to do is entrepreneurs. Right? So it is his or her decisions in terms of how they want to go with. So having somebody who challenges you at times, somebody who handholds you at times, somebody who supports you at times, right? So there are also times when I may be coachable broadly, but at this instance, I'm generally cheesed off with the world. Right? So at that point of time, the mentor will have to back off and say, not a good time to tell him that no, what you're doing is all wrong. So a good mentor knows what point of time to tell when, and then realize that they're not backseat driving. That if the entrepreneur is not doing what they're saying, then I guess a mentor need to understand that there is only so much that he or she can play. So for me, it is on both sides, not just on what is a good mentor. It is the connect. And the connect to a great extent comes from clarity of intent, comes from coachability, comes from um, the inner personality of both sides.